Well, hello, everybody. Thank you for coming out here to listen. Thank you to our friends at Brompton for having us as well. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit about Synapse Certified today. But first and foremost, who am I? I'm Emily Haldeman. I am the virtual production supervisor at Synapse. Synapse is a virtual production company. We are specializing in cinematic quality virtual production. We're a company that's by filmmakers for filmmakers. So we're really focused on the aesthetic, the quality, the dependability, and the service that you get during a virtual production shoot. Um, we are going to be talking a little bit about our program, Synapse Certified. All right, is this okay? Cool. Synapse Certified is our new program as a standardization certification and tech support 4 stages as they come about to kind of standardize the virtual production industry, make sure that all of these stages that are coming up are held to a level of quality that we see fit, that is cinematic, that can get you um, really, really beautiful work. So, what does Synapse Certified do? What does Synapse Certified do? I'm going to pull out my notes. It's great. It's going to be fine. So, I want to make sure I'm hitting all of these sound bites and all of these points for everybody. Um, Synapse Certified, as I said, it's a standardization certification and support network for virtual production stages. This is really, really important because there's a lot of stages out there. There's a lot of unverified claims. People are saying, I have this, I can do this. And there's no way as a production company to go in there and know for certain this is what you're going to get. All right. Synapse is really, really focused on quality, dependability, and service. So we want to make sure that every production company, as they go into a new space, that they know it's going to work. It's so, so critical on a production when you have all of this budget, all of this crew behind you, to know that your production is going to run smoothly. There's a lot on the line. It's a very high stress environment. And the last thing you want is to show up and have everything break and have everything not work, not be smooth. It's a new technology. We want to make sure that it's getting the best name that it can give. Um, yeah, so this set of standards is going to ensure that every stage in our network is production ready. As I said, super critical. You don't have time. Nobody on a production has time. They never have the time or the money to stop down for your wall breaking. So we want to make sure we're using the best technologies, we're using the best workflows, we're using the best everything possible. Um, yeah, as we're seeing these things grow, virtual production is growing in popularity. We're seeing a lot of new technologies, a lot of new workflows, a lot of new studio spaces. We need to make sure that everything is up to the same bar. Um, there's a lot of R&D in this space. It's critical. It's so important. It's fantastic. We're all super happy that it's happening. As you can see here at NAB, there's so much new technology out there. How do you know what to go with? How do you know what to pick? That other booth is really loud. Um, it's unstable by nature. That's R&D. That's new technology. That's how it goes. We need to make sure that this is going into a production space, making sure that these things are being used, that they're getting a good name, that they're producing the best content that we know that they can do. So, Synapse certified virtual production stages are going to adhere to a strict operational, technical, and compliance standards to make sure that everything is running smoothly come shoot day. Why do we need this in the first place? Why isn't it just as easy as this is the best processor, this is the best LED tile, this is the best node, X, Y, and Z? Different stages have different needs, different productions have different needs, there are different goals, different everything. No two stages are alike. And that's fun for what it is. It is also very hard to standardize. So we are creating a roster of products that have been verified, that have been tested, and have been vetted, and can be held to a very high standard so that we're ensuring that our virtual production, your virtual production, everybody in the industry's virtual production is cinematic quality. Fantastic. We are also brand agnostic at Synapse. As much as we love all of our friends and they buy us fancy dinners, please keep buying us fancy dinners. We are brand agnostic, which means that we use the best products. We use the best product for the job. We're not going to go with somebody just because they say it can do this, they can say it can do that. We vet our technology. We run it through the labs. We run it through production environments. and we get hands-on testing feedback with it so that we can ensure that this technology is up to snuff, up to par, and it's going to work and run smoothly on production days. We partner with different tech vendors. We conduct real-world testing, validating the claims that they're making. Happy to say we are big fans of the Brompton processors and technology. Um, that doesn't mean that we don't look at all partners out there. We are partnered with Aoto, Absen, Infolab, Brompton, and a bunch of other companies that are producing really, really great technology and that we're really honored to have part of our system. Um, yeah. So thank you for that. We will be testing more products. We line up similar products, kind of conduct tests about what's good with this one, what's good with that one, the pros and cons of every technology to make sure that as we're building stages, they are production ready. As I said, they are also beautiful, produce beautiful content, and using new technology. We are constantly updating our system, constantly vetting new technologies, and making sure that we are staying on top of the forefront of technology. Cool. All right. I think that's all I've got for you today. I think I'm also running out of time. Do we have any questions? Anybody? Okay, cool. Well, thank you everybody for listening. Thanks for having me, Brompton. And yeah, enjoy NAB.